Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brianseymore and I'm happy to see you. You saw the title of this video, so you know that today is my birthday. Today is my birthday. I am blessed to be 26 years old today. So many feels, so many emotions, but as you can tell by this video, also a ton of super exciting news. The past year has been a great lesson to me. It's been filled with so many amazing things, from getting married to me and my partner buying our first home here in Baltimore City, to the big news that is in the title of this video, or may not be. I don't know yet. But yeah, I am reopening my studio. Brianseymore Supply Group, as you all know it, sadly is no more. Today I would like to welcome my new baby, Sodia Studio. Sodia Studio is fundamentally the same exact thing as Brianseymore Supply Group, but in my opinion, will now focus on the wholeness of my sort of creative output, if I should say. I think for a really long time I was really obsessed with getting out the most polished product, with getting out the most visually and culturally impactful thing, and I think within a lot of that I sort of lost a lot of essence of what and who I actually was and who I thought I should be. And after a huge sort of hit at the beginning of 2020, where essentially I had about $30,000 in contracts that were either secured or in the final stages of being secured in 2020, essentially all wipe away at the start of the pandemic in 2020, which for a really long time I thought was a sign that being an artist was over for me, and that being an artist or a working artist or a professional artist was just not in the cards for me, and that maybe I guess fundamentally just wasn't good enough. And it took a really long time to sort of grieve who I was before that event happened. It took a really long time for me to resolve the loss that I experienced. And for me, it took a long time to sort of shed a lot of what was really, in my opinion, in my way, and what was stopping me from really maximizing. I wouldn't even say maximizing. I don't think maximizing is the right word. I was really able to sort of get over the hump of what I was really able to get over the hump of other people's expectations, which, if you're an artist or creative of any sort, you know is just a huge roadblock within the process. And for me, it stopped me dead in my tracks for the greater part of almost two to 3 years. But now with a smile and a happy heart and a spirit just full of gratitude, I can say I am in fact back. I am in fact ready. I am in fact in connection and in cooperation with my true self. and I am ready to share myself with you guys, with the world again, and I'm gonna do it in my own way. And that sort of leads into part 2 of this amazing news, is that I'm also launching a Patreon. Or really not even I'm launching a Patreon. The Patreon is launched. The Patreon is here. The Patreon exists. And the link to that is in the bottom description. And what's going to happen with that is I am discontinuing the use of things like Instagram, Twitter, and I really wasn't big on Facebook, but websites like Facebook, Pinterest, I'm sort of scrubbing those and bringing my output a little bit more inward to focus on platforms that I not only actually own and control, like my website, but focusing on platforms like Patreon that allow me to be properly compensated for my contributions. What that means is a lot of the more personal takes you see, a lot of the more behind the scenes things that you see from me on Instagram, on Twitter, on things like Pinterest or Facebook or whatever, will no longer happen on those sites. I believe creators should begin to focus more on platforms that they can actually control, platforms that they actually have equity in, because we do not have equity in any of those things. Even as a former stockholder of Meta, I had no actual equity in anything. So it's time to focus on something different. It's time to focus on things that will feed into me as much as I feed into it. And though this is sort of a new chapter as far as my relationship with my audience, I think it's extremely important for me to focus on things that are fulfilling and sustaining for me, because I know that you guys love the work I do, you love the things I contribute, but in order to do those things, I need to first make sure that my needs are met. I need to make sure that I am putting myself in places that are sustainable, that are fulfilling, that are safe, and that are more in line with how I feel I should be treated. And yeah, that marks this new journey. What I was gonna do in this video was actually sit and describe all of the tiers to the Patreon, but what I've decided to do is actually just drop the link to the Patreon inside the description below, because I really want you to dig into it. I really want you to make a connection with it yourself, and I want you to really sort of align with the tier that works for you. This will be an organic change, so what you see will not be what it always is. It will grow, it will adjust, it will change, but it will operate as a very, very healthy boundary for me, and I'm extremely excited to take you guys along this journey, which will really be a journey, because typically, against the advice of every single video I've seen on the subject, everyone says to build your audience first and then take them to Patreon. But I really feel like it's important for me to start this new chapter with an extreme amount of intention and an extreme amount of purpose. And my intention is to only be in spaces that I want to be in. My purpose is to do things that serve my best interests, that serve my best considerations, that are in line with things that will nourish my well-being. So we are starting with the Patreon. And with that, I'm excited. I'm excited to take you guys on this journey. This sort of platform, me on YouTube, will not change yet. I'm really comfortable with this platform and sharing in this way, so I will continue to do that. At some point there may be channel memberships, there may be some sort of attachment to Patreon, but for right now I will continue uploading these videos when I can, to sort of share, communicate, and be in community with you all. To all 30 of you that are currently subscribed, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I never thought really that this would be something that I would actually end up doing, but I am. What exactly I'm doing is still to be announced, but thank you to all 30 of you that are still actually on this journey with me, and I'm excited to see where this goes for all of us. So if you want to wish me a happy birthday, please do so in the comments. If you really want to wish me a happy birthday, subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment, share, subscribe to my Patreon, go to the website, link below, and buy something from my store, a postcard, a t-shirt, a blanket, or as well I'll be leaving my CashApp and my Venmo there. If you're not ready for the Patreon, or you're not ready to purchase something on the website, drop me a little bit in the CashApp, drop me a little bit in the Venmo, or honestly, you can just wish me a happy birthday in the comments, and that's cool too. But again, thank you so much for giving me your time, for giving me your support, and with that, let's start this new journey, guys. Today will be great, and every day after today will be great as well. With that, that's it. Thank you, guys.